Hi, I'm Dr. Amy Chan and I'm an asthma researcher. I've been looking at asthma for over a decade, and I've been very passionate about being able to improve the lives of people with asthma, including having had asthma myself since I was very little. This study is really exciting for us and for New Zealand. It's the first opportunity that we can use to see, can we use the power of technology to predict when asthma attacks might be able to be happening. In some way we're almost building like a crystal ball to see when someone might get an asthma attack. What we know is in our bodies, before an asthma attack is about to happen, in the hours, days and weeks before an asthma attack happens, there are changes that are happening in the body. But these changes are too small for us to feel it or be visible to the naked eye. What we can do is, by harnessing the power of technology, such as using smartwatches and smartphones, we can detect these changes and actually signal to a person that their asthma is going downhill before they're even aware of it. I've been looking at asthma from a couple of different angles over the last 10 years or so, and actually found that digital technologies have a real potential to change the way we manage asthma. So what this study is all about that I want to do is, we know from overseas data that there are changes that happen in the body in the days, weeks, months before an asthma attack is about to happen. But we can't feel it or see it with the naked human eye, but technology can. And so we have a really exciting opportunity at the moment to look at things like Fitbits and wearables, using our phones in a smarter way to look at the data and see whether we can collect data to measure when someone is at risk of an asthma attack, to capture those tiny changes before it happens. I've been working with digital technology since 2009, and I've really seen the potential, starting with the very first study done in New Zealand that showed that smart inhalers, so these are inhalers that attach to our medication and provide reminders and feedback about our medication dosing, we found that led to huge improvement in people's asthma medication taking. And this study was one of the ones that are still widely cited overseas as proving to be very significant in terms of improving people's asthma and helping them feel better. So from then on, I realized that there is a real potential for digital technologies to really make a difference in people's lives. In 2009, we did one of the biggest studies still to date, New Zealand, looking at smart inhalers, and we found just groundbreaking improvements in people who received the smart inhalers compared to those who didn't. And we found smart inhalers really improved people's asthma medication taking and their asthma control. From then on, we knew that there was a lot of benefits from people using digital technologies, and then I went on to look at all the studies in the world that have used digital technologies, and again we found that people who incorporate digital technologies as part of their asthma management actually have half the asthma attack rate and improved quality of life and better asthma control. What we're trying to do is build a crystal ball for the future, for us to be able to predict when asthma attacks might be able to happen. To do this, we need to collect some data from people to be able to find out whether certain things, such as their breathing rates, their activity levels, their sleep and their cough sounds, whether that is related to an asthma attack. So to be part of the study, what people need to do is actually wear a smartwatch, which will give people be using their smartphones, and which will be attached to a smart inhaler and also a smart peak flow. And using these parameters, we want to see if there is a relationship between people's inhaler use, their peak flow, and their general changes in things like heart rate and their breathing patterns, and how that is related to asthma attacks. think if we can imagine a future where instead of having asthma control us, we can keep on top of asthma and actually know how our asthma is going to be, and when we wake up each morning we don't have to have a bad day with asthma because we know what's happening and can keep on top of it. So what we really want is to be able to have asthma control in the power of people's hands to know what is happening and not have asthma control us. I know it's easy to think that with so much technology around us, surely someone would be doing this out there, right? But actually, surprisingly, New Zealand is a world first in the numbers of people that we're looking at. So what we're trying to do is look at 300 people with asthma, and the biggest study to date is one in the US of only 40 people. And so by and far, we are definitely world leaders in this research in seeing how we can harness the power of technology to predict asthma attacks. This is one of the world's leading studies in terms of predicting asthma attacks, and the research is really going to be groundbreaking. So it is an exciting opportunity for Kiwis to be involved in the study. It's really simple. If you're happy to use technology over a 6-month period and you're aged 12 to 65 years old and you've had an attack in the last 12 months, you can just sign up on the link below or talk to one of the Asthma New Zealand staff. So many exciting opportunities now. I think people can have more control and be more empowered to take care of their own asthma through the use of technology. I think at one glance they'll be able to see how their asthma is tracking, and then they can get insights into how they've been using their medication inhaler, for example, how their peak flow is tracking, and also how their parameters like their heart rate, their sleep may be related to asthma control. And it's really powerful just being able to see exactly how your body is working and how you're feeling and getting those insights. For so many years, decades, we have had our health being managed by others, whether it's at the doctors, the nurses, or the hospital. We've often been told what to do around our asthma without maybe really understanding what's happening to our bodies. What technology allows us to do from the study is have a window into how we are feeling, and we can take back control and be empowered to look after our own health and our own asthma.